So does that justify everything that you do?
Excuse me, let me tell you something. What do you think they were doing it for? Because they were trying to save us from poverty? No, they did it because they needed us. It's honor and family and loyalty. And some of us wanted a piece of the action. Now, we weren't educated like the Americans, but we had the balls to take what we wanted.
Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another live edition of On The Go, right here on Driving to the Top Productions. I'm your host, Haas, and I am bringing the sauce. What's up, everybody, on this hump day? It is Wednesday, February 11th, 2026. Hope you guys are enjoying your week. Before we go any further, you know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on X at BigHaas337. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. The show On The Go you can find on X and Instagram at onthego_TXLA. Driving to the Top Productions, you know where to find them. Subscribe to them on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You know where to find them in X as well. This show is presented by Rogue Energy, the official gaming drink of On The Go, and by Poggers, the official vitamin supplement of On The Go. Pick your poison. Go to rogueenergy.com. or download that app on any mobile device, or go to poggers.shop, and there it is right there, the promo code OTG to get 10% off. Mardi Gras is coming. Happy Mardi Gras to you all. Fat Tuesday's next week, but we're getting the ball rolling with Mardi Gras. I'm just got done celebrating my end. I did enough Mardi Gras for now. I'm just going to go to parades, and that's it if I still got the energy. But I had a long week with Mardi Gras, coming off Super Bowl weekend. I've been pretty busy. I've been pretty hectic. I am exhausted. I am wore out. A little heartbroken, too. As you saw at the start of the show, we're going to pay tribute to a couple of guys here who lost battles to cancer. It all began Saturday, probably a big loss in the music world. One of the most amazing voices in grunge rock. Probably the greatest band to come out of Mississippi. 3 Doors Down's lead singer Brad Arnold passed away from cancer. It was kidney cancer, I think. He was 40, I think he was like 47 years old. He announced on social media about damn near a year ago, that he was battling cancer and they canceled their tour. But Brad Arnold, man, amazing gifted voice and an amazing guy in general. I have met back in 2018 when he used to do solo shows before he would ever go on tour with his band. He's done a couple solo shows. I've got to see him once, got to meet the guy, amazing person, especially when he gave his life to Christ. Went in a battle with cancer. I mean, it was tragic that they had to cancel their tour and lose his life to that. Such amazing gifted talent. And I can just say from the fact, 3 Doors Down was like one of the biggest grunge rock bands in the 2000s when you think of, the song that made them so famous, Kryptonite, that he wrote when he was 15 years old in math class. And then it just took off in 2000 when they were playing it on local radio stations in Mississippi. But I think it's Here Without You. Probably one of the most highly requested songs I've ever did DJing in the 2000s. Highly requested slow song. And not to mention When I'm Gone, Not My Time, If I Could Be Like That. Like, list goes on to some great music these guys have put out within the 2000s. And sadly, we lost a great musician to cancer in Brad Arnold. And I thought, I was only going to bring this up and we're going to keep on going forward. But no, cancer strikes again. Earlier today, we got the heartbreaking announcement of a great actor, of James Vanderbeek. A lot of people have known him from his role as Dawson Leary in Dawson's Creek. He also played Simon in How I Met Your Mother. He played Boris in Vampirina. I remembered him in like Varsity Blues as Mox. He was like the cameo version of Jay in the Jay and Silent Bob movie when they did the Blunt Man and Chronic parts. Even had a cameo as as Dawson in Scary Movie. You know, he'd been battling colon cancer for the last couple years, and he lost his battle early this morning. He was around the same age as Brad. I think he was a year older. He was 48. And I send my condolences to both Brad and James's family, for the Arnold family, the Vanderbeek family. Man, fuck cancer, dude. Cancer fucking sucks. And it's sad, you know, all these guys that I've grew up either watching on TV or listening to on the radio, their times are coming, and we're just getting old. Us millennials, I'm in my mid 30s now, going into my late 30s, and everyone's slowly dying. I mean, especially in the music world. You know, within the last almost 10 years, we've lost great musicians like Chester from Linkin Park. We just lost Ozzy back in the summertime. We lost Brad from Three Doors Down. Who else we've lost over the years? Oh, we lost Steve Harwell from Smash Mouth, another one. You know, we're getting old, man. I mean, it sucks. But I mean, I get that's how life is. You know, we're all put on this world. We're put in this world. One day we're gonna die. One day I'm gonna be gone. But I'm gonna leave a legacy behind with a show like this. You know, you can always go back and watch. You want to watch my recaps on sports and whatnot. But James Vanderbeek, great actor. I enjoyed watching Dawson's Creek. I enjoyed watching Varsity Blues' favorite high school football movie of all time. People say, "Oh, Remember the Titans" was the greatest high school football movie. Friday Night Lights. Now mine was Varsity Blues. I love Varsity Blues. And now that's the third player from Bud Kilmer that we've lost recently. We lost Paul Walker, who played Lance Harbor back in 2013. We lost, I forgot his name, the one who played Billy Bob. We lost him back in 2018 or 19. And now we just lost James Vanderbeek, who was Mox. I think we just got Tweeter left. And, oh, shit, what's the black dude's name? Is it Brown? I forgot his name. And I've watched that movie 10,000 times. We only got them guys left from Bud Kilmer's team. If you watch Varsity Blues nonstop. But life's too short, man. I mean, I know we're in a time where this country's completely divided, but this country's always been divided. It's 2026. I mean, it's hard to get along these days with people, especially when it involves what we believe in or what we want to believe in. But life is too short. Live your life to the fullest. Go chase those dreams. Go on and do what pleases you and makes you happy. For example, I love coming on here once a week and talk sports for you guys and Drive to the Top Productions. That's what makes me happy. That's what keeps my day going each week. You know, we've been with hiccups or two and whatnot. I've had hiccups in my life. We're always going to have those hiccups. But live your life, bro. Live your life to the fullest. Go reach to the moon and back. You know, cancer sucks. I get it. And, you know, we're getting old. But we got to get along with one another. We got to keep living life for God and everything. Praise God and everything. God bless America, too. Well, let's go ahead and have some fun. I don't want to get too weary and sorrow and make this show not fun. Let's go ahead and, before I do my usuals where I go on sports talks, let's just go ahead and recap the big game we've had recently, Super Bowl 60, which has been led to a lot of controversy in some sort of way, saying the game sucked or the game was rigged. Halftime show's another story. But Super Bowl 60 belonged to the Seattle Seahawks. Shout out to Bryce Cooch. Shout out to the Hawkeyes podcast. Shout out to the Pacific Northwest. You're Super Bowl champions again. You beat the New England Patriots 29-13. Let's look at some numbers here. Let's start with Sam Darnold. Let's start with Seahawks. Sam Darnold, 19 for 38, 202 passing yards, 1 touchdown. Kenneth Walker, K9, who was the Super Bowl MVP, by the way. He led in rushing, 27 carries, 135 yards. He should have had a touchdown, but it was called back courtesy of the center for holding. What's up, Jordan? Thank you for tuning in. K9 led in rushing, and he was the Super Bowl MVP. Receiving, Cooper Kupp led 6 catches for 61 yards, but A.J. Barner, the only touchdown in the game on the offensive side. 4 catches for 54 yards and a touchdown. Rashid Shaheed only had 2 catches for 27, but JSN, we thought he was going to be like I called him as the MVP. I thought he was going to have a hell of a game, have over 100 receiving yards and maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns. Due to a concussion protocol, he only had 4 catches for 27 yards in the big game. It sucks, but I mean, he got him. Hey, he got him a ring. K9 should have had a touchdown, but he led in rushing and he got the MVP. He got him a ring. Sam Darnold, after 8 seasons, he finally got him a ring too. The defense wins championships, and let me tell you what. 63 total tackles, 47 solo, 6 sacks, and 8 tackles for a loss. Not to mention 2 interceptions by this defense. One of them was a pick 6 for 45 yards. Courtesy of, God, if I can even say this name right, Uchenna Nwazu?
If one of y'all says some silly-ass name, this whole class is going to feel my wrath.
If I said it right. If I didn't, my bad. Trake May, 27 for 43 in passing, 295 passing yards. He did throw 2 touchdown passes, 1 to Mac Hollins and 1 to Ramondre Stevenson, but he did throw 2 interceptions in the game. 1 was a pick 6. He also led in rushing, 5 carries for 37 yards, while Stevenson had only 7 carries for 23 yards. Mac Hollins led in receiving, 4 catches for 78 yards and a touchdown. Stevenson had 5 catches for 40 yards with a touchdown. Demario Douglas, 5 catches for 45 yards. Defense for the Patriots, 65 total tackles, 46 solo, 1 sack, and 7 tackles for a loss. I mean, game was okay. I mean, we didn't see our first touchdown in the game, I think, until like late in the third quarter. It was 9-0 at the half. It was a field goal game majority of the game, and the Patriots didn't even get on the board till the fourth quarter. So whatnot there, and then everybody's talking about the whole controversy with the Super Bowl halftime show. Which ones did you guys watch? Did you watch the one with Bad Bunny, or did you go online and watch the Turning Point USA Turning Point USA or USA Turning Point with Kid Rock and Bradley Gilbert and I forgot who the other 2 were. Like one was Barrett Girl. Here's my thing. Hear me out, real talk. I'll tell you what I did. So since I was at a bar, in a local bar for the game, we watched the Turning Point USA halftime show live. But I had this recorded at home where I waited till after the game was over. When I got home, I went back and watched the Bad Bunny halftime show. So I'll start with Turning Point USA's great halftime show. It was very patriotic. I know people are going to hate on Kid Rock, but it don't get more American than guys like a Bradley Gilbert and a Kid Rock. I've seen both of these guys perform in person. These guys are great performers. Call it what you want. That's your opinion, but I love me some Bradley Gilbert and some Kid Rock. Now, the Bad Bunny halftime show, I'm going to say a little bit what I'm going to say here. It wasn't the greatest thing ever, but it wasn't the worst thing ever. Nothing, greatest halftime show ever. I don't think nothing's going to top Prince or even Michael Jackson. Coldplay might have been the worst halftime show I've ever seen, and that was in the same stadium back in 10 years ago, actually. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish. There was a little bit of English when we got a big surprise with Lady Gaga. Choreographically, I thought was great. I like reggae music. I listen to guys like Daddy Yankee and Donald Marr, Wisin Yandel. I like those guys. I don't understand what they're saying. I love reggae music, especially if I ever go to Mexico. But Bad Bunny's Puerto Rican, which by the way, Puerto Rico is not a country, but it's part of the U.S. It's a territory, but couldn't be a state. Check your American history or world history. And Bad Bunny's Puerto Rican, not Mexican. But they do speak Spanish. That's their main language in the island. It was the music. I love the music. The dancing made it all good and everything. We got a couple other surprises, like Ricky Martin made a surprise. I'm actually upset he didn't even try to sing Livin' La Vida Loca or Ole Ole Ole. So that kind of upsetted me. But I mean, also it's the most watched halftime show. I think they said 135 million views for Bad Bunny. That's it. I barely know his music. I only know 2 songs, Booker T and Shambea, courtesy of WWE. I knew who he was when he was in WWE, of course. As a fan, as a wrestler. I don't really know the musician. I did see him in Happy Gilmore 2 where he did a great job in that role, but I don't hate the guy. I just don't really know his style. But I'm not going to shit talk him. He did a God Bless America salute at the end. But supposedly, I heard through the grapevine, or unless this is some bullshit on the internet, that he was getting sued like $10 million because some of the shit he said in Spanish was actually vulgar. But it's funny how they criticize the guy, but took the time to literally Google every single lyric he said on national television to say, oh, he said this and that. I don't even remember what they said he all said. It's too much to get into detail. I don't want to get too political with shit, but supposedly Apple Music that puts on the halftime show, the NFL and Bad Bunny are all in a heap of shit, supposedly. But I don't even want to talk more about that. If you enjoyed the halftime show, cool. If you didn't enjoy it, then they had another one to watch. But hopefully we can get some better halftime shows. I mean, the last couple years you had some good ones. And with Super Bowl 61 being in LA next year, and also first time ever the Super Bowl is going to be featured on ESPN, you got to like hit something out the park. But it probably won't be, it ain't going to be until about September where we find out who's going to be halftime show for Super Bowl 61. And of course, I can't wait to hear people criticize whoever it's going to be next year. But that's all I got on Super Bowl 60. But to kind of close out my talk of the 2025-26 NFL season, I thought, why don't we go ahead and share a couple of awards that happened over the weekend, the NFL honors. I got the results right here. So we'll go ahead, get that rolling. Try and run to them as quick as I can. Most valuable player went to Matthew Stafford of the Rams. You know, it was kind of a tight race with him and Drake May. Drake May was the runner-up, along with Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey and Trevor Lawrence, too. Like, they barely had any points. It was mainly a race. It was a tight race with Stafford and May right there. I mean, 5 points. Drake May was 5 points shy behind Matthew Stafford. That was crazy. Offensive Player of the Year went to Jackson Smith and Jigba, JSN of the Seahawks. I called that. Christian McCaffrey was the runner-up. That one was also kind of a race. Then you had Puka Nacua of the Rams, Bijan Robinson of the Falcons, and, of course, Drake May. Defensive Player of the Year was no surprise. He went to Myles Garrett. He won this one by a long shot, but shout out to Will Anderson Jr. of the Texans being a runner-up. Then you had Nick Bonito, Aiden Hutchinson, and Micah Parsons. So when I say this, I'm going by winner, runner-up, and to last place. Rookie of the Year. We'll start on offense. Now, every team has a Rookie of the Year. But who was going to get Rookie of the Year of the league? And it was out of 2 guys, but it went to, I'm not even going to try and say his first name, but McMillan of the Carolina Panthers got Rookie of the Year. Congratulations. Is it Ted Aurora McMillan? He was the winner. The runner-up was our QB1, Tyler Shuck of the Saints. But I guarantee you, if he would have played the whole season, he'd have got Rookie of the Year. But he was our Rookie of the Year, our team Rookie of the Year, and he earned his place. He's our guy. He's going to be our next Drew Brees, and I'm going to tell you what. He not only did he get my respect, I enjoyed watching him when I went to the Jets game back in December. I'm ordering his jersey for next season, as well as another Saint we're going to talk about later. But, yeah, McMillan won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Tyler Shuck, runner-up. Then you had Trayvon Henderson of the Patriots, Jackson Dart of the Giants, and Emeka Egbuka of Tampa Bay. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Carson Schwessinger of the Cleveland Browns. Nick Emmanwori was the runner-up for the Seahawks. Then we had James Pierce Jr. of the Falcons, Xavier Watts of the Falcons, and Abdul Carter of the Giants. Comeback player of the year. This one was no surprise. It went to Christian McCaffrey. Not even by a long shot. Aiden Hutchinson was the runner-up. Then you had Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence, and Stephon Diggs. Coach of the year went to Mike Vrabel of the Patriots. Runner-up went to Liam Cohen of the Jags. Then you had Mike McDonald of the Seahawks, Ben Johnson of the Bears, and Kyle Shanahan of the 49ers. Assistant coach of the year went to Josh McDaniels of the Patriots, offensive coordinator. This one, they didn't even have them in order. They also had Vic Fangio, who's the defensive coordinator of the Eagles, Brian Flores, DC of the Vikings, Vance Joseph, defensive coordinator of the Broncos, and Clint Kubiak, who is the offensive coordinator of the Seahawks. The Walter Payton Man of the Year award went to Bobby Wagner of the Washington Commanders, so congratulations to him. I'm not going to run every team, but I will say each team nominates a man for that. For the Saints, they nominated Demario Davis, and for the Houston Texans, they put Azeez Al-Shahir for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. Protector of the Year went to Joe Thuney, who's an offensive guard for the Bears. You know, this one usually goes to the lineman. He won it over Garrett Bowles, Creed Humphrey, Quinn Menars, and Panay Sewell. The FedEx Air and Ground Player of the Year was a three-way tie with Drake May, Christian McCaffrey, and JSN. Also nominated Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson, Nakua, Jonathan Taylor, and Trey McBride. The Salute to Service Award went to Christian McCaffrey. He won it over Jake Ferguson and Aaron Jones Sr. The Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award went to Budda Baker of the Cardinals. Each team nominated somebody. For the Saints, they did Demario Davis, and for the Texans, they did Nico Collins. The Deacon Jones Sack Leader Award, of course, went to Myles Garrett. The Jim Brown Award went to James Cook for the Bills. Next Gen Stats Moment of the Year went to Caleb Williams off the OT dagger to JT Moore again. The OT overtime dagger. Come on, huh? That play when Caleb Williams tossed it to DJ Moore in overtime. that one over the Eagles blocked field goal against the Rams and Jameis Winston's trick play. Man, I would have loved Jameis Winston's trick play would have won that award. Fan of the Year. I'm not even going to fucking bring this shit up. I don't even know any of these guys. Skip that one. Flag Player of the Year, skipping that one. Yeah. All we got left to talk about is the 2026 Hall of Fame class. And man, I know who I'm going to start with. It's got its own little topic right here, folks. Big congratulations to the man that put the Saints back on the map, Mr. Drew Brees himself. First ballot Hall of Famer for the class of 2026. Before I even break this man's numbers down, I've talked countless good stuff about this guy over the years, and you'll kind of hear from me again. 20 years ago, we welcomed Drew Brees to the New Orleans Saints after he was released from the Chargers. He turned the city around. He turned the team around. He brought hope back to the city after Katrina. In his first season, he led them to the NFC Championship, where they came up short of going to their first Super Bowl. But it didn't take long. About 3 years later, brought them to the Super Bowl and won it. The only Super Bowl we've ever had. He should have been in 2, but I don't want to talk about the no-call bullshit. After 2021, we said, oh, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer in 2026, and boy, was I right. And just for that, I do have a Drew Brees. I should have had it ready, but you know what? Give me 10, 15 seconds, folks. Don't go anywhere. It didn't take too long. I had to get it. I've had his Reebok jersey, but outgrew it and somehow got rid of it. But when the NFL switched to Nike, I bought this baby. Kept it. It's the Nike edition. It needs to be washed again, but I haven't worn it because this is a large. I wear 2X. This needs to go in a shadow box right there with Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels' jersey. But I'm going to have another Drew Brees jersey coming. I'm going to be wearing to Canton, Ohio, because you heard it. In 6 months, my birthday week, I am planning a trip to Canton, Ohio to see this guy take his rightful place and get enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I cannot wait. That family come down from Tennessee and Ohio for Mardi Gras, and I said, if this guy gets in as a first ballot Hall of Famer, my ass is going to be in Canton, Ohio, and I'm looking forward to being out there. And pray to God, the Hall of Fame game features the New Orleans Saints, but yeah, I got a new Drew Brees jersey coming soon. That's going to actually fit me. I'm going to wear to Canton. May even get me a Tyler Shuck jersey to wear for next season. But before I reveal the next candidates, let me run this as quick as I can for Drew Brees here. I'm going to start from his days in Purdue, from Eastern Texas. Played at Westlake High School in Austin. Played his college career at Purdue. He was a second-round draft pick to the at the time, the San Diego Chargers in 2001. Played from 2001 to 2005 before he broke his arm, and then they released him. He came to the New Orleans in 2006 and played 16 seasons with the New Orleans Saints. Or not 16 seasons. I think 14 seasons. Yeah, 14 seasons. Correct that. The only 2 teams he ever played for, but he's going in as a Saint. We know that. During his days at Purdue, second team All-Team Big Ten, 2-time first team All Big Ten, 2-time Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year, Big Ten Most Valuable Player, 2-time third team All-American, Maxwell Award winner in 2000. But when he got to the Saints, Walter Payton Man of the Year winner in 2006. George Halas Award winner in 2007, Burt Bell Award winner in 2009, Sports Illustrated Sports Person of the Year in 2010, the AP Athlete of the Year in 2010, Bart Starr Award winner in 2011, the NFLPA Alan Page Community Award winner in 2012, Art Rooney Award winner in 2018. He's also in the New Orleans Saints Hall of Fame, 6-time NFL completion percentage leader, 2-time NFL passing rating leader, 4-time NFL passing touchdown leader, 7-time NFL passing yards leader, 13-time Pro Bowler, 4-time second-team All-Pro, first-team All-Pro in 2006, NFL Comeback Player of the Year in 2004, 2-time NFL Offensive Player of the Year. And to top it off, Super Bowl 44 champ and Super Bowl 44 MVP. And them records he had a lot of records, but there's 4 that he still holds today. 5 most career 5,000-yard seasons. 5 of those. Most career 5,000-yard seasons, he had 5 of those. Most consecutive games with a touchdown pass, 54 consecutive games. Most passes, touchdowns in a game, tied at 7. I forgot who he tied it with. But the biggest record still he holds today. Highest completion percentage in a season, 74.4% completion in 2018. His stats, where do I start here? 10,551 passing attempts. 7,142 passes completed. His average 67.7% completions. He's thrown 571 touchdowns, 243 interceptions. 80,358 total passing yards. Passing up Peyton Manning, I'll still never forget that day. His passer rating is 98.7, 25 rushing touchdowns, and 752 total rushing yards. That is what you call a first ballot Hall of Famer, folks. God bless Drew Brees, and I can't wait to see him get enshrined. Who else is going in the Hall of Fame with Drew Brees? How about Larry Fitzgerald, former wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals? You've been with the Cardinals from 2004 to 2020. I'll tell you a couple stats about him. He got his jersey retired with his alma mater, Pitt. First team AP all-time All-American. First team All-Big East in 2003. Big East Offensive Player of the Year. NCAA receiving touchdown leader and yards leader in 2003. Man, 2003 was his year. Unanimous All-American, Paul Warfield Trophy winner, Chick Harley Award winner, Walter Camp Award winner, and Biltonkopf Award winner, all in 2003 for Larry Fitzgerald. He won the Art Rooney Award in 2014. He was a part of the NFL's 100th anniversary all-time team and the NFL 2010s All-Decades team. Two-time NFL receiving touchdown leader, two-time NFL receptions leader, 11-time Pro Bowler, Walter Payton Man of the Year in 2016, and two-time second-team All-Pro and first-team All-Pro. Never won a Super Bowl, though. He should have. He holds two records, both from 2008, most receiving yards in a postseason, 546, and most receiving touchdowns in a postseason with 7. A couple of his career numbers, over 1,400 receptions, 1,432 to be exact, 17,492 receiving yards for Larry Fitzgerald, and 121 receiving touchdowns. That's his numbers. Congratulations to Fitzgerald. Then we got Luke Kuechly from the Carolina Panthers. Played with that team from 2012 to 2019. Felt like he had a short season. He also played his college career at Boston College. His jersey retired at BC while he was with the Eagles. 3-time first team All-ACC. Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2009. Player of the Year in 2011. Athlete of the Year in 2012. 2-time NCAA solo tackle leader and combined tackles leader. Back-to-back. Consensus All-American and unanimous All-American. Plus, he won the Jack Lambert Trophy, the Butkus Award, the Lott Trophy, the Lombardi Award, and the Bronco Nagurski Trophy, all in 2011. Art Rooney Award winner in 2017. PFWA All-Rookie Team in 2012. 3-time Butkus Award winner in the pros. He was also a part of the NFL's 2010s All-Decades team. 2-time NFL combined tackles leader, 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time second-team All-Pro, 5-time first-team All-Pro. Plus, he was Rookie of the Year in 2012 and Defensive Player of the Year in 2013. And the only record he holds, most combined tackles in a game, he's tied with 24. Stats, 1,092 tackles, 12.5 sacks, 18 interceptions, 66 pass deflections, 7 forced fumbles, 9 fumble recoveries, and 2 defensive touchdowns in his NFL career. Congratulations, Luke Kuechly. I will see you in Canton, Ohio. Let's talk about a couple of old school players here. Next up, we got Adam Vinatieri of the Indianapolis Colts. But he started his career with he played at South Dakota State, but he started his career in Europe. Played for Amsterdam Admirals until he got to the NFL. He played with the New England Patriots from 1996 to 2005. And then he played with the Indianapolis Colts from 2006 to 2019. So he's no stranger to championships. While in the NFL, I'll just start from the top of this. He's a 4-time Super Bowl champion. He's won 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots, and he's won 1 with Peyton Manning and the Colts. 3-time first-team All-Pro, 3-time Pro Bowler. He was the NFL scoring leader in 2004. NFL 2000s All-Decade Team, the NFL 100th Anniversary All-Time Team, PFWA Rookie of the All-Rookie Team. He was also a part of the New England Patriots All-90s and 2000s team, plus the Colts' All-2010s team. Also a part of the Patriots 50th Anniversary Team and All-Dynasty Team. Man, that makes you wonder, as a place kicker, where is he going to – is he going to go in as a Patriot or is he going to go in as a Colt? Looks like he's got more to settle with the Patriots here. He has quite a bit of records in the NFL. Most career points scored, 2,673. Most consecutive field goals made, 44. Most combined regular season and postseason games, he played 397. One shy at 600 for most career field goals made. Most career field goal attempts, he had 715. Most seasons with 100-plus points, 21. 11 most career overtime field goals, and 14 most field goals made in a postseason, tied in 2006. Out of 15 field goals, he made 599. His percentage is 83.8%. His longest field goal he ever kicked was 57 yards. And 2,673 points scored as a place kicker. Congratulations, Vinton Terry. Let's see what he goes in. Is he going to be a Patriot or a Colt? And then finally, we got one more player going in the Hall of Fame. If he goes in I think he's going to go in as a 49er. He played for the 49ers from 1983 to 1990, played with the Raiders in 91, and played with the Vikings in 92 and 93. Mr. Roger Craig, the former running back, played at Nebraska in college. While he was over there, he was second team All Big 8, but all his awards mainly came as a 49er. I mean, he was on the 80s All-Decade team. He was the reception leader in 85, Jim Thorpe Trophy winner in 88, four-time Pro Bowler, second team All-Pro, first team All-Pro. Second team was in 85, first team was in 88. Offensive Player of the Year in 1988, and a three-time Super Bowl champion with the 49ers. He played 165 games, started at 133, 8,189 total rushing yards, averaging 4.1 yards, 566 total receptions, and 4,911 total receiving yards, and 73 total touchdowns. Congratulations, Roger Craig. That's a legit Hall of Fame class, folks. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to have fun in Canton. Man, we're already halfway through, and I didn't even really talk any basketball yet. I'm kind of talking other shit. Well, let's talk about some of these NBA trades that we've had, like, recently that kind of, like, shocked the NBA world. And it all started, like, a month ago when Trae Young got traded to the Washington Wizards from Atlanta, and the Atlanta Hawks picked up C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert. Let's see what else was big. I'm going by date. Most of these all happened in February, by the way. Let's see. Sixers trade Jared McClain to the Oklahoma City Thunder for a first-round pick and 3 future second-round picks. James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers, getting out of L.A. And the Clippers received Darius Garland and a future second-round pick. Eric Gordon going to the Memphis Grizzlies from the Sixers. And the Sixers receive a second-round pick swap in 2032 and draft rights to Justinian Jessup, if I said his name right. Hunter Tyson to the Brooklyn Nets. He's leaving the Nuggets. Plus, they pick up a second-round pick in 2032. And they get a 2026 second-round pick that's least favorable to either the Clippers or the Hawks. Jock Landale of the Jazz going to the Atlanta Hawks, and Utah receives Lonzo Ball via the Cavs and 2 future second-round picks courtesy of the Cavs. Chris Paul still going on in the NBA. Now he's going to his next team, the Toronto Raptors. And the Brooklyn Nets receive Agbaji plus a second-round pick. Trace Jackson Davis to the Raptors as well. He's leaving Golden State, and they got a second-round pick. This one hurt me. Jose Alvarado going to the New York Knicks. But the Pelicans received Dalen Terry, 2 second-round picks, and some cash considerations. Thank you for your time in New Orleans, by the way. What was another one? Oh, let's talk about the shithole Dallas put themselves in. Remember a year ago, they got rid of Luka for Anthony Davis. And now they got rid of Anthony Davis. He's going to the He's going to the Washington Wizards. And he can't even play for the Wizards. He's out for the rest of the season. But this was like a 3-way trade. First, the Hornets received Malachi Branham. Dallas picked up Chris Middleton, A.J. Johnson, Marvin Bagley III, all from the Wizards. Tyus Jones from the Charlotte Hornets. And they get a first-round pick this year, a first-round pick in 2030, courtesy of OKC and Golden State, and 3 future second-round picks, courtesy of the Wizards. The Washington Wizards receive Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum, all from Dallas. Dallas put themselves in a shithole. Like, are they trying to get the Dallas Mavericks out of the NBA? Not out of the NBA, out of Dallas? Because now they're talking about in the future, they're looking to bring a team back in Seattle. Hopefully it's the Seattle Sonics. And a team in Vegas. And then Vegas will be fully complete. That's why they're considering moving the Pelicans to the Eastern Conference. So they can have it all even and whatnot. A lot of craziness going on in the basketball world, which, by the way, we're going to go ahead and get this train rolling now, finally. I'm going to probably run these down as quick as possible because, to be honest with you, I did not even watch really any basketball this past week. So these might be pretty quick, except when I get to like McNeese and the Houston Cougars. But now we're going to finally hit the road. We'll go ahead and start this off in the Big Easy. Let's start this in the 504, and we'll go straight directly into Take Flight to talk the New Orleans Pelicans. Let's do this right now. Now we in the 504 after doing my rant talk of everything that happened recently, but let's go ahead and take flight. We're going to talk the New Orleans Pelicans, which I got to say, I mean, since last show, they've only played 3 games, and they've won 2 out of 3. So, hey, I like it. Get back! Get back! Friday, they beat the Timberwolves 119-115. Congrats. Let's just look at some leaders here. Sadiq Bey led in everything. 30 points, led in rebounds with 9, and led in assists with 5 and a turnover. Hell yeah. I just want to see what Zion had in this game against the Timberwolves. And they played this game in Minnesota. Taking forever to load up. You know what? I'm going to put it on my Wi-Fi. Maybe it'll be faster. Zion had 29 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 turnovers against the Timberwolves. Okay. Then on Monday, this past Monday, they've won 2 in a row. They beat the Sacramento Kings 120-94. Big win for the Pels there. Let's see some leaders in that game. Trey Murphy led in points with 21. Carlo Makovic led in rebounds with 9, and Trey Murphy also led in assists with 7. Zion had in this game 18 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers. Hit that one. And then they just played the Miami Heat at home, where the Heat got the win 123-111. Where Zion led in this game with 25 points. Jeremiah Fears led in rebounds with 11 and assists with 8. So as of right now, the Pelicans sit at 15-41. They're now 5 games away of getting 20. They're now second to last in the Western Conference. They're still last place in their league, and then overall, they're third last. So they're not the worst team in the NBA right now. That's actually now the Sacramento Kings. They're the worst team. But hey, I mean, they win when they want. They won 2 out of 3 since last show, and I can't get too mad at that. Friday, they're back at their next 3 games till next week's show. They're going to be at home, so they kind of been on a 5 home game streak here. They host the Milwaukee Bucks on Friday. Saturday, they host the 6. Wait. That's all next week. Never mind. Oh, that's right. It's NBA All-Star Week this weekend. The Pelicans ain't going to have another game until February 20th. Next week's show might be a little short. Yeah, it's NBA All-Star Week this weekend in LA, which, you know how busy? First weekend without the NFL, without football, we got a lot. We got NBA All-Star Weekend. We got the Daytona 500, which I'm going to talk about next week. And we got the return of college baseball, which means LSU, the defending national champs, are back on our TV. 1-2 boogie, Shorty George.
Give me 1-2 boogie and Shorty George. Shorty George.
Well, I'm ready to see them. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and jump to that right now. Let's go to Tigerland. Talk LSU baseball and softball we got coming up, shall we? Let's do this. Yes, folks. You know I'm rocking it because, wait, wrong one. Right here. LSU baseball returns this weekend. And LSU softball, which started last week. Matter of fact, I'm going to start with them first. I'm going to bring up, I don't know how I'm going to do baseball yet. I'm going to think about it. But softball, I know I didn't really talk about them last year. But I will do it on this show. I'm just going to do it where I'm just going to recap games and tell you upcoming matchups. But since last week, LSU hosted the Tiger Classic. It was opening day back on February 5th. And LSU softball is undefeated, 6-0, number 16 in the country. And they started off their season with the Tiger Classic at Tiger Park in Baton Rouge. They won their first game of the season against North Carolina State 11-3, where NC State, I think, was the number 5 team in the country. Friday, they played a doubleheader. They beat Nevada 6-2, and then they beat NC State again 7-5. Saturday, they hosted Nevada again, winning 8-0. And then on Sunday, they played another doubleheader. They beat Illinois 9-1 and Lamar 8-0. And they don't play again until tomorrow night. They're going to play in the Shiners Children's Clearwater Invitational down in Clearwater, Florida. So they're going to play a doubleheader tomorrow. They got a 9 a.m. game, 9 a.m. Central. They play Nebraska. I'm sure you can catch it. Oklahoma State at 2 p.m. following that. Then Friday the 13th, they play Duke. Saturday, they play UCF. And Sunday, they play UCLA, all in Clearwater, Florida. They'll be back at Tiger Park Tuesday night hosting South Alabama. I'll have final scores for those as well. So softball's on a roll lately. Maybe Beth Torina can finally get this team back to OKC. But let's talk about what's coming up for our defending national champs, where their journey for a repeat and for title number 9 begins this Friday, the 13th. Because for the next four games or 5 games, it's all at the box. They open up their season with the University of Wisconsin at Milwaukee. Early start time, though, Friday the 13th at 2 p.m. I'm going to try and find a way to listen to it or watch it. Saturday at 1 p.m. I'm going to watch it Saturday. And Sunday at 1 p.m. Then Monday, February 16th, they're at home at the box. Another early start time, 3 p.m. against Kent State. And then next week, before we go live, they'll play a 1 o'clock game at the box against Nichols. Their first road game series is not until February 20th when they go to Jacksonville, Florida to play in the Jacks College Baseball Classic. But how I'm going to do it each week is I'm going to recap each game. I might pick certain games. I might pick one game from each week or maybe 2 to give you some numbers on some players. Depends how that goes. I'm gonna try and do something a little different compared to what I've done last year. But I'm very excited. LSU baseball's back. One of the crowning jewels for LSU athletics. A sport they dominate a lot. Have a rich history of winning championships. I'm excited. And then I need to start getting in the hang of watching LSU softball again so I can have something else to talk about on this show with no football for the time being. Well, speaking of having no football, it'll be a month before we see it back on our TV because the UFL begins at the end of March. March 27th, by the way. I do have a team, the Houston Gamblers. I'm going to add them on this show for their season. And with arena football returning, I'm going to actually have a team in the 409. I'm going to actually talk about the Beaumont Renegades of the AFL 1. Their season starts in mid-April. That's another team I'm going to adopt on this show. And actually have a team in the Beaumont area. In the 409, the Beaumont Renegades. Stand up, the defending champs, by the way. But let's just jump shift from baseball and softball to basketball. Let's see what happened in the PMAX show, folks. So after their win over Alabama, this is another edition of the PMAX show where I talk LSU basketball. We'll start with Kim Mulkey's Tigers, since they're the only one. Well, they've only played 2 games. They had a big matchup with Texas last Thursday where they fell 77-64 to the Longhorns. Didn't really affect them that much. But just some leaders in that game. Michaela Williams led in that game with 20 points. Flau'jae Johnson led in rebounds with 7, and Elijah Fulwiley led with 5 assists and 6 turnovers. They only dropped 1 spot after that loss. They dropped to the 6th seed. They did go to Auburn Super Bowl Sunday and got the win 77-44, which now currently puts LSU at 22-3. Now the number 6 team in the country, and in the SEC, they are 8-3 in the SEC. Let's look at some numbers, what they did with Auburn on Super Bowl Sunday. I didn't even watch this game. What we got here? Zakiya Johnson led in the game with 16 points. Amaya Joyner led in rebounds with 10, and she led in assists with 4. So there's biggest game of the season comes this Saturday on Valentine's Day. LSU is hosting South Carolina, the number 3 team in the country. College Game Day is going to be there. Dawn Staley versus Kim Mulkey. We've been waiting for this match. South Carolina's coming in this game 24-2, and LSU's 22-3. LSU got a 53% chance. Is the favorite. LSU is the favorite in this game. Please don't screw this up. Don't screw up like Matt McMahon's Tigers been screwing up. First, let me do my usual for this team.
You bunch of losers! You're working with a professional here!
Fucking guys, this fucking team, man, they fucking suck!
I'm gonna hate fuck this shit out of you, ref!
That they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that?
Oh, man. I'm going to run this as quick as possible. They got, unfortunately, 7 games left. Hopefully this can run quick. Because LSU hasn't won a game since January 31st. They pulled it off in overtime. But now they're on a 2-game losing streak. First they lose to Georgia, 83-71. And then they got embarrassed yesterday by Arkansas in their own house, 91-62. What's next? They go to Tennessee on Valentine's Day. Then they go to Texas on February 17th. We're counting down till this circus season's finally over. That's all I'm going to say. Now let's go to the 337. Talk McNeese basketball. And bring up baseball and softball for McNeese, shall we? Let's go to the 337. And let's kick it off with the Bayou Bandit duel, shall we? Now you in my neck of the woods, but let's start things off McNeese-wise with the Bayou Bandit duel. We're going to talk McNeese basketball real quick before I get to what they got coming up for baseball and what happened recently with softball. Their last 2 games, well, ever since that loss to Stephen F. Austin, they're back on a winning streak. And I got a lot of positive to say about the McNeese Cowboys basketball team. First off, big win at home against Incarnate Word. They got redemption. They beat Incarnate Word 81-64 in that game. Leaders in that game, Larry Johnson, 17 points. Jacob Fredson Cole led in rebounds with a 6, and Garway Duel Fredson Cole led in rebounds with 6. Garway Duel led in assists with 9. Big game. And then Monday night, they were back at home. They beat Houston Christian 73-69. Javon Garcia led in that game with 18 points. Jarrell Colbert led in rebounds with 5, and Tyshawn Archie led in assists with 5 and 2 turnovers. The McNeese Cowboys currently sit at 20-5 overall with a conference record of 13-3. They may not win the conference, regular season conference, but they have a chance to win the conference tournament that they're hosting because McNeese has made it to the Southland Conference tournament, folks. And let's talk about how successful this season's been so far. Javon Garcia, T. John Brown, and DJ Richards have been the winningest players in school history. And you go back to when Will Wade was there. Not to mention, they are undefeated at home this season. They actually have a 25 home game win streak right now. So get back! Get back! This team is absolutely fun to watch. So let's see what's next for the Pokes on the court. So Valentine's Day, they go on the road. They go to East Texas A&M. Then they're back in Natchitoches on Monday, February 16th. So it's going to be a little while. Be another week before they're back at home. And I can't wait to be there for that. Also, I'm excited for some McNeese baseball. We got softball going on right now as well, but let's talk about the softball team real quick. I know their season has been going as well. I know they opened up the season with the defending champ. Well, not the defending champs. They opened up with the number 1 team in the country, Texas Tech. They hosted what was called the Twisted Vines Bayou Bash over there at Cowgirl Diamond. If that's what that's what it's still called. They lost 13-3, but ever since that loss to the number 1 team in the country, they went on a 4-game win streak because the Cowgirls are now 4-1. They beat North Texas 5-2 back on Friday, and they beat UL Monroe 6-2. And then they played another doubleheader on Saturday. They beat Tulsa 13-5, and they beat UL Monroe again 9-1. And what's next for the Cowgirls? Well, they're going to Lafayette to play in the Raging Cajuns Invitational. They're going to be playing a doubleheader against Ole Miss tomorrow at 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. And then on Friday the 13th, they're going to play. Man, they got them. How is this even frequently possible here? They have what's called the Carl Vinson Insurance Invitational. They show. Oh, wait. Hold up. Time out. Okay. So Friday the 13th, McNeese is hosting a tournament. They're hosting the Carl Vinson Insurance Invitational. This is the schedule, but McNeese is going to play Austin P at 4 and UIC at 6:30. And then when Saturday comes, Saturday on Valentine's Day, they're going to play UIC again they're going to play Austin P at 1:30, and then they're going to play UIC again at 6:30. And then on Sunday, they're going to play Austin P again at 11 a.m. And then Tuesday night, they go on the road to Southern Miss. So that's what Cowgirls got. But McNeese baseball, I'm going to be bringing them up as well. So when we get into the full circle swing of baseball talk, you're only going to hear 3 teams: LSU, McNeese, and the Houston Astros. One day, 20 hours, 1 minute, and under 2 minutes until opening day for McNeese baseball. They open up at the Joe against Sam Houston all this weekend, and then they go to Louisiana Tech next Wednesday on February 18th, which I plan on recording a show. Hopefully I'll get a recap of that. But I know they got a big weekend coming. They host the Kansas Jayhawks February 20th through the 22nd. I'll be there Saturday, February 21st. So that's also the same night McNeese will play Texas A&M Corpus Christi in basketball. So I'm going to be pulling – I can't wait for that. That's going to be a fun weekend in Lake Charles. Well, all right, let's go ahead and wrap this show up in H-Town because I got some H-Town stuff to talk. And we'll go ahead off the bat. We'll start with What do we want to start with? We'll start with the Houston Cougars. So as soon as we get into the 713, we're going to go ahead and sound the alarm because there'll be the red alert. So let's go ahead and take it to H-Town, folks.
Go Cougs, this a red alert.
Who it's all about?
It's all about the Cougars.
It's all about the Cougars.
Well, welcome to the land where it just don't stop. Trunks pop, tops drops in the front end hop. Let's go, baby. Houston Cougars. Unfortunately, I did not watch their game on Saturday because I was celebrating Mardi Gras. Even though it was a 9 o'clock game, still didn't watch it. But they played back-to-back games in the state of Utah. And they won both. First off, on Saturday, they beat BYU 77-66. What's some numbers of this game? Kingston Flemings led in this game with 19 points. And he also led in assists with 5. Joseph Tugler led in rebounds with 11. Kingston also had 1 turnover and 5 rebounds. Joseph Tugler had 10 points, 1 assist and a turnover. Chris Tannock Jr., 16 points, 5 rebounds. Emmanuel Sharp, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover and a steal. But last night, I caught a little bit of this game last night. They went to Salt Lake City, got the victory over the Utes. They beat Utah 66-52. Emmanuel Sharp led in that game with 27 points. Also ended the night with 3 rebounds and assists. Joseph Tugler led in rebounds with 5 with 9 points. And Kingston Flemings led in assists with 4. Also had 1 turnover, 4 points, and 4 assists. So 4-4-4, baby. Houston Cougars are now 22-2 of the season, 10-1 in the Big 12, and the number 3 team in the country. So they got a big jump in the power rankings. And it's about to get better. They got, let's see how many games they got left till conference tournament play. They got 7 games left of the regular season. This season went by pretty quick. So this Saturday, they host Kansas State. 3 p.m. tip-off on Peacock. Monday on Lundi Gras, they go to Iowa State. Top 5 matchup. Oh, shit. Iowa State's the number 5 team in the country. That's going to big game. Circle that on your calendar, folks. Houston, Iowa State in Ames, Iowa, Monday night, February 16th, 8 p.m. tip-off on ESPN. That's what they got coming up. Two big games right there we need to check out. Well, now, let's go ahead. Actually, I'm almost done, by the way. Yeah. I got one more segment to talk, and that's it. I've already went over an hour, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. This should be a quickie because, I haven't really been keeping up with them all this week. You know why. But let's go ahead and wrap this up with some Houston Rocket talk. Get the lighters ready because it's time to light the fuse.
Light it up, light it up, light it up, light the fuse. Light it up, light it up.
Taking off like a rocket.
Light it up, light it up, light it up, light the fuse. Light it up, light it up, light it up,
off like a rocket.
All right. This is Light the Fuse, where we talk Houston Rockets basketball. I know they just played a game just now, but let's talk about what happened while I was celebrating Mardi Gras. They had 4 games, folks. Thursday, they lost to the Hornets 109-99. When I saw that, I was fucking furious. Should have won that game. Kevin Durant had 31 points in that game. Şengün led in rebounds with 9, and Amin Thompson led in assists with 7. But on Saturday, of course, the night I don't watch it, Kevin Durant got out of his feelings and finally beat his former team. They finally beat the OKC Thunder 112-106. And they did it in OKC. Tyree Easton led in that game with 26 points. Şengün led in rebounds with 12, and he led in assists with 11 and a turnover. What did KD have? KD had 20 points, 1 rebound, and 4 assists and 4 turnovers against the Thunder. Okay. And then they just played back-to-back games with the Clippers. Tuesday night, well, they were both at home. Tuesday night, they beat the Clippers 102-95. where in this game, Kevin Durant led with 26 points. Jabari Smith led in rebounds with 10. And Şengün led in assists with 5 and 3 turnovers. But today, they should have won it. They fell at the end. Clippers won the game at the end, 105-102. KD in that game had 21 points. Jabari Smith had 12 points. And KD also led in assists with 6 assists and 8 turnovers. The Houston Rockets are now currently 33-20. In the fourth in the Western Conference. Overall in the league, they're 8th. And in their division, they are second place, right behind the San Antonio Spurs. Rockets should have won that game. Hell, they should be having a 4-game win streak right now. But what's next for the Rockets? Well, hell, they were playing 3 games in a row. Now they got to go play in Charlotte tomorrow night against the Hornets. So they got to play the Hornets again. They go to MSG on no. God damn, I forgot. All-Star Week. No game until the 19th. So, god damn. That's all I got right there. That just means I need to wrap this shit up. Remember, no games the rest of the week because it's All-Star Weekend in LA. I'm not even going to watch it. Oh, and one more thing. The NHL's on a pause right now because of the Winter Olympics in Italy. No hockey for 3 weeks. And it sucks, but I can't wait to watch it again. I was wondering why we're not going to have no hockey until February 25th, but the season's on a pause due to the Winter Olympics. Well, that will wrap up tonight's show. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I will catch y'all next on Ash Wednesday. So this is going to be the last time you're going to see this Mardi Gras overlay. Go back to reality next week. I think I've been using this overlay since I started the new year. But hope you enjoy. Everyone from back here at home, hope you all have a wonderful Mardi Gras weekend. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. If it's cold, bundle up. It's freaking hot as shit down here. It got warm all of a sudden. It's going to be a warm Mardi Gras. But I'll catch you guys next Wednesday on February 18th. Same time, same place, same network. You know where to find me. Peace, love. God bless. I'm out. Catch y'all next week. Y'all have a good one.